What's going on, everybody? It is May 14th. Hope you're doing well. It is a Thursday. So, got a couple of stories to go over here. I want to talk about Dying Light because there's a bunch of nonsense going on over some zombie tweets. And then there's some more Star Wars Mandalorian rumors that I think are pretty interesting that I want to talk about. And then there's some Samurai Showdown nonsense. So it's going to be a multi-topic video. People do seem to like those, so I like to throw those in there every once in a while. So let's talk about Dying Light and their Zombie Lives Matter tweet. So apparently they decided to have some fun. We have a picture of the actual tweet right here. It can't be easy being dead and alive at the same time. Support your local zombies in May Zombie Awareness Month. And then, of course, they put right here, Zombie Lives Matter. And that causes a huge outrage. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. Because we all know you're not allowed to have fun. You're not allowed to make jokes. Not with the NPC Puritans. They, of course, don't like that. They want everything to be miserable and sad unless it's approved PC comedy. Then they're okay with it. Then it's okay. You can of course also do Men Belong in the Garbage tweets. Those are okay as well. Those are hilarious, no matter who says them how many times. Those tweets are guaranteed at least thousands of likes, a couple hundred retweets. But this is gonna be hit, and we're gonna demand people's jobs now, which is exactly what happened in this situation. So Sophia Narwitz here caught it. Great source on Twitter. So Dying Light made a harmless tweet, but now the pronoun police are losing their S because we can no longer have fun with slogans. It's now deleted, but if you search for @DyingLightGame, you see nothing but anger. Game devs, stop giving in to the rage of all these unhappy people. I totally agree. These people aren't going to buy the game. Okay, these people don't support anything. All they do is get mad, but time and time again, these companies will bend the knee to them, which I'll never understand. I'll never understand it because all it does is make the core fan base for your product upset. Like, in my opinion, the best way to handle these situations when people like this get mad is you just retweet them and say, well, they do matter. Why are you against zombie lives or something? You know how many people would have came and been so happy to see you standing up to these people? But that's not what happens. So they just delete the tweets. So look at some of these reactions because, of course, they're about what you would expect. Notice all the people defending the racism, even though you didn't specifically call it racist. Just a terrible tweet, 2020, and they still tell on themselves. Oh, God, tell me it's already deleted. Got one here. Excuse the F out of me. So you're seriously going to co-opt the BLM movement for your zombie game? F you. Seriously, F you. BLM isn't an aesthetic that you can just slap on to things just for publicity. F you and your game. Then we got this one right here. Well, at least we know what kind of trash person runs the social media for this game. And this is about what you would expect right here from this person. They need to fire whoever thought that was a good idea, like immediately. So because they made a tweet you didn't like, okay, that you took a little too far, this person now needs to be fired and lose their job, okay? This is why these people are nasty. This is why I can't stand them. This is why a lot of people think their movements are jokes, because this is the rationale that they jump on every time. These people hate you and want the worst things in the world to happen to you because you don't line up with them ideologically. Okay? These people are nasty people. And this is why they're so disliked. And it's not going to change because they're not going to change. You're the one that's going to change, or they'll rip your life apart. So this person had pointed out that Doom had a similar joke in the game. If you remember, this was don't trigger the demons or whatever. I can't remember the exact joke. And Bethesda actually said, we don't care, and never responded to it and left it. And people praised it. People praised it. Look how that game sold. Okay, now I don't know if this is going to turn into a big rememberable thing and it's going to hurt the sales or not. I just see it as a good example of just how clownish these people are and how terrible they are, so I want to bring it up. But this person says the right thing. Hey, devs over at Dying Light Game, just so you know, at Doom got away with this joke. We loved it. The people getting angry over this type of thing aren't going to buy your game anyways. The majority of regular customers like the tweet. Don't cave into these complete wet wipes. And I totally agree. So I just don't get it. This guy has it right here. Twitter is the no fun police headquarters now, which is absolutely correct. So this is stupid, and I'm tired of these people. I think most people are, but they keep winning over on Twitter, and companies keep bending over backwards for them. I'll never understand it. Another example of this is what happened with Samurai Showdown. So I didn't end up making a whole video about this, but I'm going to talk about it here because it fits well with the Dying Light stuff. And you had the same situation here. You had someone on the account making some funny jokes about how hot and bothered they were, and people got all upset about it. Okay, you had one account only that was all upset about it and complained. And I don't know if the person was fired or what. They ended up walking it back, which is very sad. They apologized and said, a number of posts made by this account have been deemed inappropriate and offensive to members of our community. The admin in charge has been given a strict warning to be more considerate. The offending posts have now been deleted. Please accept our sincerest apologies. One account got upset. One account, who I guess has a history of doing stuff like this. So because one person got upset and managed to get woke Twitter to notice them, they ended up changing the way the account acts. So the person running the account now isn't going to make fun, goofy jokes like they were doing, because that's what it was. Okay, they were jokes. All right, who cares? That was enough to walk all of it back and change the way that this handles. And I guess the community, which is, from what I understand, pretty hardcore and into the game and very dedicated and very active, which is what you want, liked the Twitter handle and what they were doing all the time. But because it was deemed misogynistic, they had to walk all of it back, and the person got a stern talking to. So this person successfully spoke to the manager and got the Twitter to change its ways, and they walked everything back. So now everything is no fun, and the Puritan gets to have their way. Because one single person was upset. That's what initially got me interested in this, is because it wasn't a multiple. Like, there's at least 6 or 7 people that were upset about the Dying Light tweets. This time it's just one person. One person. It just goes to show you just how sensitive and how many eggshells you have to walk on now, because you have to be careful. You upset one person, you could start one person can cause you problems and make you have to bend the knee. Or you get in trouble with what? Weirdos on Twitter? I just don't understand it. So the final thing I want to talk about are these new rumors, courtesy of the Overlord DVD channel. You know him. You love him. Has another bunch of rumors that he talked about that I wanted to just briefly go over because I find it interesting. So there was already reports that there was a kind of a internal war going on with Lucasfilm, and this came from WDW Pro, who is a pretty big known insider, very good source of information with all things Disney. And he talked about how, pretty much a lot of people at Lucasfilm were infighting, and Kathleen Kennedy is pretty much getting her loyalists to circle the wagons around her. I don't think she's ever going to be fired. I personally don't. I think she's there forever. She's already discussing Mandalorian Season 3, apparently. So why would she be getting... She's not getting the axe. They want her to walk away. Not going to happen. So they're going to be forced to re-up her contract for another 2 years. That's what I think is going to happen. They're going to keep giving her 2-year contracts, not an extended one. So basically, what's going on here is she wanted Baby Yoda to be Baby Yoda-ette. Okay? She also wanted proper credit for coming up with the idea of a Baby Yoda, which was Jon Favreau's idea. He's the one that came up with the idea of it being a Baby Yoda, but she wanted to be credited for that. Of course, nobody gave her any credit. Everybody was talking about her being like locked out of the room, like she had nothing to do with this. So apparently, this led to Kathleen Kennedy starting the Leslie Headland series as kind of a big, insult to Bob Iger. And if she doesn't get her way, she's going to burn the house down. Now, I find these rumors pretty interesting, and it sounds like something she would do because she does more than likely have a humongous ego. And let's face it, she has no goodwill with the fan. At least probably 65 to 70% of the fan base wants her gone. And then you have the woke weirdos that they've managed to bring in, if at all. And then the shills, okay, like a Jarbo or a Campia, they're going to, of course, jump all over everything she does and protect her, just like when he was calling everybody man babies for not liking the Leslie Headland show. So the shills are going to protect her, but that's a very dwindling number. Okay, the most people in the fan base want her gone. So this sounds pretty legit to me. I, given her history, do believe that she for sure would have wanted a Yodetti instead of a Baby Yoda. It just makes sense. I mean, she's the one running around in Force's female shirts. And then the other thing was she wanted a female to do the pilot episode for directing. And, of course, John brought in Dave Filoni to do that. And that, of course, also made her mad because females need to be everything. I bet you she originally wanted the Mandalorian to be a girl, too. I wonder if more of her influence, though, what I'm worried about is more of her power over Season 2. I hope that's not a thing. I guess we'll find out soon because that's going to start in the fall. I guess that's ready to go. So we'll see. They need content. I know that. Disney Plus is not doing well for content. And I wonder if they'll be able to keep their numbers up, considering the only thing that they have on there is Mandalorian Season 1 and a couple of documentaries. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think about all this. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Also, if you would, share the video, throw a like up. That would be appreciated. Also, make sure you still subscribe. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment. Make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that and subscribe if you're new.
Hello there.